So we'll get started with goal setting for the recruitment agency. Let's take a few assumptions here. So let's say the company has total 4 recruiters, so 4 employees working, and the average salary per recruiter is 20,000 Indian rupees. So we're talking about Indian rupees here for all the currency values. So let's say 4 recruiters, average salary per recruiter is 20,000. The owner draws a salary of 50,000. Let's say Jyoti is the owner and she draws a salary of 50,000 Indian rupees. They pay a rent of 18,000 and there are other fixed expenses, 22,000. And let's say there are some other miscellaneous expenses like team engagement or some other stuff that may happen, some breakdowns and other stuff. So 8,000. So given these basic expenses that every business makes, Jyoti has to pay a fixed cost of 178,000 every month. Now, what should be her goal in case if she, apart from her salary, to grow her business, if she wants to earn additional profit? Let's say she sets a goal of earning an additional profit of 30,000 per month. So this is other than the salary that she draws as the owner, but let's say her goal for profit per month is 30,000. So let's see how much business does the company need to do in order to meet the expenses and earn the profit goal of 30,000 per month. Now, this is a recruitment agency and their revenue model is that they earn a certain percentage for every new hire. So let's say their commission per new hire is 8.33% of the candidate's cost to company, the CTC. That's the standard fee that recruitment agencies charge. That's equivalent to 1 month salary of the new hire. And the kind of profiles that this recruitment agency hires, let's say the average cost to company for every new hire, it's let's say 210,000. So if that's the average cost to company and they charge 8.33% as a commission, then the revenue per new hire is this multiplied by 8.33%. So the agency earns 17,493 Indian rupees for every new candidate that they hire for a client. So this is their revenue per new hire, 17,493. And the total fixed cost is 178,000 and the profit goal is 30,000. So the revenue goal is the fixed cost plus profit. This is just reversing the formula where profit is revenue minus cost. So the revenue here is cost plus profit. So the agency needs to earn 208,000 to meet the expenses and earn a profit of 30,000. So if they want to earn 208,000 and their revenue per new hire is 17,493, so how many new hires per month is what they require? So they need 208,000 divided by 17,493. So they need to hire 12 new candidates every month to be able to earn a revenue of 208,000. So that's the first goal for the recruitment agency, that every month they need to hire 12 new hires, and they could further go ahead and break it weekly. So if there are 4 weeks in a month, if not, there are 4 weeks in a month, so they need to have 3 new placements every week. So this could be their goal, 3 new placements every week. But if you talk about month, they need to have 12 new candidates hired every month. So now let's move into the marketing segment. So in case of this is what their entire revenue and cost structure is. So salary, rent, owner's salary, profit goals, revenue, they know that, okay, they need to hire 12 per month. Let's move into the marketing segment now. Now, if they need to hire 12 new hires, they obviously need to have more inquiries because not every inquiry will result in a successful closure. So first, what has been their inquiries to hiring conversion historically? So inquiries to hiring conversion is, let's say if they receive 10 inquiries and they hire 5, then the conversion is 50%. So let's say this agency has a conversion percent of 30%. So they hire 30% successful for every inquiry that they receive. So if they receive 10 inquiries, they will end up placing 3 candidates. So at 30% conversion and the requirement of 12 new hires per month, how many inquiries do they need? That will be 12 divided by the conversion percentage. So they need 40 inquiries every month. So if they receive 40 inquiries, At their conversion percentage of 30%, they'll be able to hire 12 candidates. And at the revenue per hire, they'll be able to meet their revenue goal. But let's say out of 40, they receive about 20 organic inquiries. So organic inquiries are inquiries for which they do not have to spend on marketing. So inquiries from repeat clients, organics from personal connections, or organics where clients directly call them up via the Google My Business profile or LinkedIn or WhatsApp. So they don't spend on these inquiries. So 20, so they need 40 inquiries, they get 20 inquiries without spending on marketing. So for the balance, they need to spend on marketing. So what are the balance number of inquiries? So it's required inquiries minus organic inquiries. They need to generate 20 inquiries from marketing campaigns every month. Now, for 20 inquiries, how many leads would they need? So not every lead would result in an inquiry. So again, there's a conversion involved here. So what is the leads to inquiry conversion? Let's say historically, that's been 8%. So if they receive 100 leads, not all leads would be relevant. Some may be out of scope, some may be junk leads. So out of every 100 leads that they get, they're able to move 8 into the inquiry funnel and then to the successful closure. So let's say 8% is the conversion from leads to inquiry. If they need 20 inquiries, how many leads do they require? So again, it's 20 divided by 8. So they need to generate 245 leads every month to be able to generate 20 inquiries from their marketing campaign. And let's say the cost per lead, which is something which they would know historically, or the marketing agency will be able to guide them through. Let's say the cost per lead, for example, here is 26 rupees. So if 26 rupees is the cost per lead and they need to generate 245 leads, their campaign spend needs to be number of leads required into cost per lead. So 6,381 is what they would need to spend approximately on their marketing campaigns. Now, since they specialize in recruitment, marketing is not their forte. They may outsource it to an agency. So let's say the agency would charge them a monthly retainer of 12,000 Indian rupees, and they would also charge a certain percentage of the campaign spend, which is usually 15% by industry standards. So this would be the campaign budget into 15%, so 957 rupees. So the total marketing budget will be a sum total of these three: the campaign budget, the retainer, and the management fee for the ads. So they need to spend 19,339, so approximately 20,000 for the marketing campaign in order to generate 245 leads and generate 20 inquiries. Now, this gives a certain estimate to Jyoti and the team that, okay, for this revenue goal, they need to spend so much on marketing to generate 245 leads, get 20 additional inquiries, and then that will help them have 12 new hires per month. But what has happened here is marketing was not considered as an expense when the initial planning was done. That's a new requirement. So now they need to factor in marketing expense in their monthly cost. So let's say the cost here is about 19,339, but Jyoti would want to budget, let's say, 25,000 rupees for marketing every month. This cost would increase, so this would become C6 to C10. So now their expenses increase to 203,000 because they factored in a marketing cost, because now she knows that they need more inquiries than what they generate organically. So at an increased cost with the same revenue goal, their revenue requirement has increased. And now instead of 12, they need to hire 13 new hires, and that will increase the requirement of leads. So now required number of inquiries is 44. So 20 organic inquiries, that remains the same. So now they need to generate 24 inquiries from marketing, and the lead requirement has increased to 305, and hence the total marketing budget exceeds. It's now 21,119. Now, another factor here for Jyoti to consider is now they'll be generating 305 leads, let's say about 300 leads every month at 22 working days, they'll have to deal with about 14 new leads per day, and that every lead may require multiple follow-up calls, and that would burden their existing team. So in this scenario, it makes sense for her to hire an additional person at the same cost or at a lower cost, somebody who would qualify the leads and only pass on eligible leads and inquiries to the recruitment team. So let's say she increases her team by one. So she hires one more person, let's say at the same cost, but that further increases the cost, 223,000. So now they need to have 14 new hires per month, generate 353 leads, and spend about 22,543 on marketing. And hence, it made sense that she budgets a little higher for marketing. Let's say she may even want to budget 30,000 rupees for marketing. So now she knows that she needs to hire 15 new hires per month with a team of 4 recruiters, one lead qualifier, and she herself. So 15 per month. So approximately 4 every week. And she needs to generate about 50 inquiries, out of which 20 would be coming organically, personal connections, repeat inquiries, about 30 inquiries from marketing. She needs to have a marketing agency on board and spend somewhere about 20 to 25,000 per month on marketing. So a nice Excel spreadsheet to put in all your scenarios in place, look at numbers, make changes as we made here because of the marketing spend. We increased the cost here, we added additional cost here. We decided to hire one more resource because the workload will increase because there'll be a lot of leads to talk to, follow up, qualify, and then move to the inquiry stage. So a very simple sheet, but this is what you could do once every quarter. You put the numbers on a spreadsheet, look at different combinations, and then decide, sit with your team and give them the guidance that how to move forward. And when after this is done, you could then move on to strategic planning and more tactical things on how to convert more inquiries, what are the challenges that they face, how can you improve your conversion percentage. So we will discuss those as well in a few other videos. If you have any questions on planning for a recruitment agency or for your line of business, you mention in the comment section. If you would like this template, maybe if this is of help for you, if you are the owner of a recruitment firm and you want this sheet, comment below and I will send this sheet to you. And I have a lot of other Excel and Google Sheet templates that small businesses can use for multiple use cases. One of the examples would be on your screen right now. So go ahead and watch that as well. And if you like that template, go ahead, download it, use it. If you have any questions, comment below and do subscribe to my channel to support my efforts. Thank you so much.